Right now, somewhere in your future, there's a version of you that you have never met. He's stronger than you, sharper than you. He's built the body, the money, the mind, the life, and he is waiting for you to become him. And there's only one thing standing between you and that person. It's not talent, it's not luck, it's not your past. It's a single skill that almost nobody has truly mastered: the ability to lock in. Because here's what no one tells you: locking in isn't one skill among many. It's the master skill, the one that unlocks every other one. Lock in, and the body comes, the money comes, the discipline, the respect, the freedom, all of it. It all flows from this one ability to sit down and do the thing while the world begs you to stay average. So in the next 10 minutes, I'm not going to give you motivation that dies by lunch. I'm going to give you the actual wiring of focus, and I'm going to show you how to flip the switch that turns you into someone unrecognizable. Don't skip. The third thing I tell you is the reason you keep falling off, and once you see it, you can't unsee it. Let me show you something. Right now, you're standing at a fork, whether you feel it or not. Two roads, two versions of your life. Down the first road, nothing changes. You keep starting Monday. You keep scrolling past the life you wanted. And 5 years from now, you wake up as the same person, just older and quieter, carrying the heavy, specific weight of knowing you had it in you, and you let it rot. That's the road most people take, not because they're bad, because they never learned to lock in. Down the second road, you become dangerous. The kind of person who decides on a thing and just gets it, who walks into a room different, who looks back in 5 years at a body, a bank account, a mind they built brick by brick, and they barely recognize who they used to be. Same person, same starting line. The only difference is the skill I'm about to teach you. So let's understand the enemy, because you can't beat what you don't understand. Your brain runs on a chemical called dopamine, and here's what people get wrong. It's not the pleasure chemical, it's the wanting chemical, the chase, the reach for the next hit. And there are 1,000 of the smartest engineers alive, paid fortunes, whose entire job is to hijack it. Every notification, every scroll, every autoplay, it's a slot machine in your pocket, spiking that chemical 100 times an hour. So your brain adjusts, it raises the baseline. And when you finally sit down to build something real, something with no flashing lights, your brain reads it as unbearably boring. Not because the work is too hard, because you've trained your mind to need fireworks just to feel awake. And it gets worse. Researchers found it takes the average person around 23 minutes to fully refocus after one interruption. 23. So when you just check one thing every few minutes, you're not working with breaks. You never enter the arena at all. You leave a piece of your mind behind every time you switch. They call it attention residue. But here's the empowering part, the part that should light a fire under you. Deep focus is not a gift you were or weren't born with. It's a state, a trainable state, which means greatness isn't reserved for some chosen few. It's a skill, and skills can be built by you, starting today. This is the one I promised, the thing nobody talks about, and the thing every disciplined person on earth figured out. You don't have a focus problem. You have a discomfort problem. Watch yourself sit down to work. It gets a little hard, a little boring. A tiny wave of discomfort rises, and your hand reaches for the phone before you've even decided to. That reach is a trained reflex to flee discomfort the instant it appears. Now here's the rep that forges champions. When the urge comes, don't obey it and don't fight it. Sit in it, feel the boredom, let it burn, watch it peak and pass. Because every single time you let that urge die without acting on it, you get stronger and it gets weaker. That's the secret. That's the whole iron law. Greatness isn't grinding your teeth forever. It's being willing to be uncomfortable for 60 seconds longer than everyone who quit. The champion and the average man feel the exact same urge to stop. One obeys it, one doesn't. Today, you stop obeying it. Now the weapons, because willpower alone will fail you, and elite people know it. They don't have more willpower. They build systems so they need less. 4 weapons. 1, win the war on your environment. You will never out-discipline a phone in your pocket. So don't fight that war. Win it before it starts. Phone in another room, not face down on the desk, gone. Make the distraction 20 seconds harder to reach, and your brain quietly surrenders it. Build a room where the lazy choice and the great choice are the same choice. 2. One target, one weapon, one tab. Multitasking is a lie your brain tells you so it can feel busy while building nothing. Pick the single most important task. Close everything else into the void. For this block, nothing else on earth exists. 3. Arm an if-then trigger. Don't say, "I'll focus more." Your brain can't fire on fog. Say, "If it's 6 a.m., then I train. If I sit at this desk, then I write one paragraph." Bolt the action to a time and a place. Psychologists found this one shift massively raises follow-through because the strong version of you made the decision in advance, so the tired version doesn't get a vote. 4. Shrink the start until it's impossible to fail. The hardest part of greatness isn't the work, it's the beginning. So make it pathetic. One sentence, one rep, one line of the book, because motivation doesn't create action, action creates motivation. You don't wait to feel ready. Ready isn't coming. You start, and the fire shows up to meet you. Start small. Watch how often that tiny start becomes the best block of your day. Now, I have to be honest with you, the way the fake gurus never are. You'll do all of this, and around day 4, it's going to feel like nothing's working. The novelty's dead. The motivation's gone. It's just you, the boring work, and a brain screaming at you to quit and go back to easy. That flat, gray, empty moment. That is not the sign you're failing. It's the sign you've reached the exact place where everyone else turns back. The place where the average and the extraordinary split. Discipline is what you do on the day you feel nothing. Anyone can lock in when they're inspired. Inspiration is for amateurs. You are building the engine that runs when inspiration is long dead and buried. So when you hit the dip, and you will, don't ask how you feel. Feelings are weather. Ask one question, the question that builds empires. What would the person I'm becoming do right now? And then be him. Even badly, even small, just do not break the chain. Let me tell you what's really at stake here, because it's so much bigger than productivity. One day you're going to be old, and you're going to meet one of two people. Either the version of you that you built, the one who locked in when it was hard, who kept the promises, who became something, or the version you settled for, the ghost of everything you could have been, asking you one question you'll never be able to answer. Why didn't you even try? That future self isn't a fantasy, he's real. He's being decided right now, not someday, not Monday, right now, by what you do in the next hour. Every time you lock in when it's hard, you cast a vote for the person you're becoming. And greatness is nothing more than 1,000 of those votes stacked, quietly, day after boring day. Nobody is coming to do this for you, but you don't need them to, because the one you've been waiting for, the one strong enough to change everything, is you. So let's lock it in, everything, fast. Locking in is the master skill, the one that unlocks the body, the money, the freedom, the life. Cheap dopamine makes real work feel boring, so protect your baseline and starve the slot machine. Sit in the discomfort 60 seconds longer than everyone who quit. That's the entire muscle. Build the weapons. Kill your environment. One target, if then triggers, start impossibly small. And when you hit the gray, motionless dip, that's not the wall, that's the doorway. Walk through it. Here's your assignment, and I don't want you to agree with me. I want you to move. Right now, not tomorrow. Pick the one thing you've been running from. Put your phone in another room. Set a timer for 25 minutes and start. One line, one rep, one step. That's it. That's where the new life begins. One locked-in block, today. Then drop the words "locked in" the comments, because I want to know the exact moment you stopped watching people change their life and started being one. If you felt even a spark of this, subscribe. The next video is how to build a morning that makes all of this automatic, and you are not the same person who clicked on this. Don't go back to being him. Now close the tab and go become the one who's waiting.